Thank you for clicking and welcome to my social pathology video by which you understand underlying mechanics of all kinds of social problems and also by which you can reconfirm your life direction to attain true happiness on this planet Earth. This time I would like to discuss with you what hating animal means today. My name is Dr. Samurai, a professor specialized in international social pathology and also an active prison counselor of 20 years experience. As usual, I would like to provide you some general information first, and then would like to move on to our main discussions. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. Before we go, I would like to tell you some premises that the Earth is a small planet which we can fly only in 35 hours. The Earth is that small. Premise number 2 is to invade into others' territory in today's world is a crime. Right? People are living in their own land for whatever reason. To invade the territory that does not belong to us is criminal act. Based upon that two premises, I would like to examine what hating animals really on today's earth. Hating animals is paraphrased for speciesism. Speciesism means certain species are higher than other species. In short, human beings are the supreme existence on this earth, superior to all the other living beings. Thus, we have to manage and control other animals. This term itself was coined when they started animal experiments, and speciesism was the way to justify animal experiments. Since it means among all the living beings, human beings are regarded as being special. This idea itself leads to racism and discrimination too, right? Because it is the same mechanics. Certain groups of people are superior than other human beings. Not the living beings anymore, but the same mechanics to maintain social and economic superiority and advantages. That is the true purpose. So both speciesism and racism are for the winners to maintain their advantageous status. And number 2, so what about hate itself? When do people hate others? One is when their self-esteem was threatened. This makes sense, right? When you are threatened by others, you cannot like that person who is trying to threat you, right? But the important point is whether you are really threatened or not. There are so many cases that people act proactively, saying that just to try to remove the potential threat. But as the law says, you really have to prove the guilt of the other party, right? To convict a person. If you were allowed to act proactively, even those who are not the actual threat could be included intentionally into that threat to which we act proactively. So again, to clarify whether it is a real threat or not, or it is being a threat or not, is very important. And number 3, people hate others because of the idealism they carry. What it means is those people who are insecure, when you see the features that you are insecure about yourself in other person, you start to hate that person because you want to cut off of your weak points. You don't want to have anything to do with it. That way you feel like you don't have that weakness or insecurity anymore. It is called projection. When you see your own weakness or what you hate about yourself in other person, you get to hate that other person because you see the characteristics you hate about yourself in other people. That is called a projection, like a projector, right? And when you see that in your object, you hate that object because of your own insecurity. Okay, I said speciesism and threat to your own self-esteem, and projection based upon the idealism you carry. These 3 are some of the major bases of hate. And about that, number 3, human civilization, especially Western civilization, mixed with the Christianity and capitalism. They have this tendency to try to deny something that is savage, barbaric, primitive, and natural. Western civilization denies what is close to nature. It's like the core of Western civilization is to conquer the nature. Okay, this is the civilization and this is the nature. So Western civilization denies this nature because human beings are superior to nature. So whenever you see something primitive in the acts of others, because of that bias to deny nature, you despise that person and hate that person. Say I am eating some kind of sandwiches with the mayonnaise smeared on my cheeks and stuff. I think there are a lot of people who think, oh, this Asian guy is so primitive and no education, stuff like that. They despise, and next time we pass each other, gives cold eyes to me. Us being part of the nature, but at the same time we deny something natural and primitive. Those two are completely contradictory, right? Natural human beings are denying being natural and denying nature. That means human beings are denying ourselves. It is dissociative identity disorder. We cannot accept our own natural identity. This is not a healthy condition. There's speciesism, threat to self-esteem, and maintain our idealism to be perfect away from nature. These are all certain types of psychological disorder. And now, let me introduce you some of the quotes about animal haters, because there's a website called Quotes About Animal Haters on Quote Master. There are, I think, 3 which seem to be outstanding. One is like this: haters don't really hate you. In fact, they hate themselves. And number 2, haters are like crickets. They chirp all day, and you walk by them, they shut up. So they are talking about all kinds of negative things, but when the people get close, they shut their mouth, because they know it is not the right things. And one more thing: haters don't like you, but they will be checking your page religiously. Haters hate you, so they shouldn't be look at what they hate, right? But actually, they are checking upon you all the time. They are checking what they hate and examine what they hate all the time. These are, pretty much good description of what the haters are. They hate themselves. They check what they hate all the time. And they be quiet when people get close by. Getting back to the initial premises I introduced to you. Earth is 35-hour flight little ball, right? And on such a small ball, to invade into others' territory is a crime. Because if we okay it, anything goes. And it could perfectly destroy such a small ball completely, right? I'm talking about physics. With all nuclear weapons and stuff, it is within the range of technical possibility to destroy 30-hour flight little ball, right? That's why we have to keep our rules not to invade into others no matter what. No excuse permitted. From that consensus, hating others for their own reason, that could lead to attacking the object of hate, is a crime. That means haters are the enemies to peaceful global community. That I must say, they should get some support or counseling. I am not denying them for their own happiness. Let me tell you, I used to be on this side, to be honest with you, when I was younger. But now I am completely on this side, self-contained. I can enjoy other people's and other beings' happiness, and I feel much better. I would like these people to feel the same way. I don't want these people to end their one and only life on this miracle planet in such negative views, begging for their lives, afraid of dying, because that's the end of this thinking. Tribalism or unconditional love. Tribalism is when you think certain people are in your group, part of us, you support them. It is not true love. It is like you only love your kids when they pay you back. That is not love. That is business. Unconditional love is something like, although I haven't seen my kids for 1 year, I hope he or she is doing fine. As long as my kid is doing fine, I am happy. That's the unconditional love. Even if my boy is not that good at the study, he's a kind boy and I'm happy about it. That is the unconditional love. Group membership and unconditional love is totally different. And true love is unconditional. And I think the only way we can avoid human apocalypse is whether all of us could cross the line of protecting only our own interest. When we start to think about the happiness of other human beings and the happiness of other living beings on the same small planet as being our own companions, that is when we can truly live peacefully on this small planet Earth. So please remember, hating animals is a sign of not psychologically being healthy. That way, we are forgetting about our own origins as Earthians. That's all I like to say today. Thank you very much, and up until next time, I would like you to really think about the message that I told you today. Wherever you are, my friend, on this same small miracle planet Earth. Okay? Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye now.